Germany, France, and the UK have asked the European Union to trigger what's known as a dispute mechanism, which is a clause within the nuclear deal with Iran.
Und deshalb wählen wir dieses Instrument, den Streitschlichtungsmechanismus, um dafür zu sorgen, dass der Iran erklärt, sich zukünftig wieder an seine Verpflichtungen aus dem Atomabkommen zu halten.
The nuclear deal, also known as a Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, is a 2015 agreement between Iran, Britain, China, France, Russia, Germany, and up until 2018, the US. The deal promises Iran relief from sanctions in exchange for Iran's nuclear ambitions. In January 2020, Iran said it would no longer follow the limits agreed upon in the nuclear deal, arguing that in 2018, the US pulled out.
Letztlich aber nicht tatenlos zusehen, dass der Iran in unterschiedlichen Phasen permanent ankündigt, sich nicht mehr an seine Verpflichtungen zu halten.
And that's where the request to trigger the dispute mechanism comes in.
This is Article 36 of the agreement. And what it really provides is that either party, meaning Iran or the Power 5 partners plus one, could raise a complaint and say, look, compliance is no longer happening.
The dispute mechanism would usually follow a three-step process. The parties involved would first need to go to the Joint Commission with their complaint.
Once a complaint has been brought to them, they have 15 days to resolve the issue. By consensus, they extend the time period, so it could go on a little bit longer. After that consideration, anyone can refer the issue to the ministers of foreign affairs of these entities.
The next step would be to involve the ministers of foreign affairs. And if a resolution still isn't met, that's where step 3 comes in.
An advisory board could be invoked. That advisory board would be constituted ad hoc by involving 3 people, one appointed by each of the participants to the dispute, and a third who would be independent and impartial, prepared specifically to resolve this dispute.
And if all of this fails,
if they all find that there's not enough being done to resolve the issue and there's significant non-performance, then this triggers the ability of the parties to stop performing their commitments under the JCPOA in whole or in part, and notify the UN Security Council that significant non-performance has happened.
However, this final step holds higher risk, especially for Iran, because sanctions could go back in place while the Security Council looks for a resolution.